think the newer generations aren't as afraid of adding some muscle under their bodies. I think they're actually a little
Want
bit
to.
way more acceptant of it.
A lot of them even more so want to, even a women that
Yeah.
goes in the gym, they want to tone up and put a little bit more muscle on their bodies instead of like the women that used to be on what's the famous magazine, and now it's back to women who want to be in shape and have that athletic look,
Well, I
even
know what
if they don't
changed.
compete.
What did my heart some good on this topic? Because obviously, I like a little muscle on my women because I married a pro.
Yep.
But when Gal Gadot was announced as the new Wonder Woman about 10 years ago now, one of the bigger complaints was she's too skinny, and they were putting a bunch of
Yeah.
CrossFit type girls around her as other Amazons, and she kind of stood out as the skinny one. That was
Yeah.
one of the major complaints. And actually, that did my heart some good because I know that my picture of Wonder Woman, because I am a comic book geek, is a very fit woman that's 6 feet tall and looks like a warrior.
Yeah, I've said this before, but it's really interesting. In my era, when we walked around humans, because we were unhuman or
Yeah.
inhuman, but we walked around, or let me say, when we walked amongst mere mortals, we weren't accepted. We were looked at and they gasped like, oh my gosh. But at that same time, if you looked at any superhero in any comic book, they were more bigger and shredded than I was, than any of us was. A big bicep. That's really interesting how the human character wasn't accepted, but everyone accepted. The cartoon character.